This material was made out of plastic, which can be a man-made product or coming from a rubber tree, but most likely from the man-made version. The company either creates or purchases their own plastic, melting it into molds to create the balls. A common plastic used for this is called polystyrene. Polystyrene is not biodegradable, but it can be recycled or reused. This happens with most plastics that are used to manufacture these kinds of balls. During the molding, gas is injected into the balls so it won't deflate. The result of this process can vary in size, color, durability, and width. We plan to keep the balls at home for entertainment purposes. Wood comes from trees. The first common step in its manufacturing is using a saw or a machine to find the product and cut it. Irregular edges and other waste is removed from the pile of wood through edging. After, a person cuts and trims the wood into a specific shape, often a square or rectangle. The wood then goes through other processes like drying and planing. The final step is to transport it to the retailer and sell it. Wood can be burned, which affects the environment and global warming, but it can be repurposed in many ways. Used wood does not have to be burned because it can be cut into something new or assembled in a way that you can create a new object. We did not have to buy the foil, but it can be reused or recycled. Quote, used aluminum has always been an important source of new metal. According to industry estimates, about 2/3 of aluminum in use is eventually recycled because it is so much cheaper to remelt in its metallic form than it is to extract the metal from the original ore. End quote. Aluminum foil is a thin strip of aluminum. It is made by rolling sheets into foil rolling mills, which are of the desired size of the foil, and then beta radiation is passed to make sure the foil stays even. The casting method that is commonly used takes up less energy and less time. Aluminum can be recycled by melting the aluminum and repurpose the product. Quote, for this reason, approximately 31% of all aluminum produced in the United States comes from a recycled scrap. Used beverage containers are the largest components of processed aluminum scrap, and most of it is manufactured back into aluminum cans. End quote. The liquid chemical we will use for this experiment is called nitric acid. It is made from ammonia and manufactured by the Ostwald process. Nitric acid is used to make explosives such as TNT. The acid is non-recyclable nor reusable. Most of the commercially available nitric acid has a concentration of 68% in water. This chemical was given to us by the chemistry teacher, so we do not have to buy it. The substance cannot be reused, so we are unable to give it a new purpose. It already exists in the atmosphere's gas phase, but since it is highly reactive, the gas can end up into an explosion, which causes the air to pollute. If the gas does end up entering the body, it can harm and irritate the lungs, eyes, and throat. Also, it can corrode our teeth. Fish food has various ingredients. It comes from mainly vegetable raw materials. These ingredients are fish meal, fish oil, fish ensilage, vegetable protein, vegetable oil, wheat meal, and others. These ingredients are compressed together and made into flakes or balls that are fed to the fish. Fish food is not as environmentally damaging as the other products. However, it does pollute water when the fish's tanks are cleaned. We did have to purchase the container, but we plan to reuse it. The fish that is being fed by this food in the experiment will be kept by a group member, so it will not be harmed. This product is made from vinyl chloride monomer through polymerization. Quote, at a first stage in the PVC production process, ethylene and chloride are combined to produce an intermediate product called ethylene dichloride. This is then transformed into vinyl chloride, the basic building block, or polyvinyl chloride, or PVC. The process of polymerization links together the vinyl chloride molecules to form chains of PVC. The PVC produced in this way is the form of a white powder. This is not used alone, but it can be blended with other ingredients to give formulations for a wide range of products. End quote. The PVC's production process can be damaging to the environment since it causes air pollution by gases. These two products were reused since a member already had these pieces at home. We plan to give it to a person who needs them in an art project. Cardboard, one of the products, does cause air pollution through its manufacturing process and by its recycling. On the contrary, making raft or wood bolt is a result from wood manufacturing, which is explained in Material 2.
The liquid chemical that we will use for this experiment is called nitric acid. This acid is made from ammonia and manufactured by the Ostwald process. Nitric acid is used to make explosives such as TNT. The acid is non-recyclable, non-reusable. Most of the commercially available nitric acid has a concentration of 68% in water. For the chemical reaction, we are using the mixture of zinc and nitric acid. When these two touches one another, they start to create a chemical effect that produces an orange gas. This gas is an irritate and hydrogen gas. After about 30 seconds, the acid transforms into an orange liquid.